What's up, YouTube? Let's talk about R.Kelly. Now, R.Kelly's situation is big at this moment. We're all skeptical of the events that have been going down. We all know as of now that he's in jail. He turned himself in. Now, back in time, I'll bring you on a little trip from when I was growing up. R.Kelly was a major figure. And through high school, I used to love his songs. I bought his first cassette tape with a public announcement. You know, that was the group that was with him. You know, they all was together, and that was their name, R.Kelly and Public Announcement. And trust me, that tape lasted so long with me for a long time till I popped the tape. And we all know how those cassette tapes was. It was easy to pop if you mess around and drop them and everything else, because I used to have to mend some of my cassettes back. But R. Kelly, his music was the soundtrack of my life for sure. I don't know about anybody else, but I know he was a part of it. You know, and I loved his music. Even up till today, you know. As far as me getting rid of his music, just to say because of the troubles that he going through, I'm not about to do that. Trust me. Honey Love, Dedication was my favorite song. Dedicated. Summer Bunnies. He had so many hits. Later on, he had a hit with Twister. So Sexy. That was the jam. Now, I'm not just going to throw away that type of music. When I hear it, I'm going to still groove to it. No matter what. I love this music. But I'm not going to just throw away because of what happened and what he did back in the past. Trust me. Back in the past, around that time, when I was in high school or a little after high school, they had the tapes floating around. You know, they had like 3 or 4, 5 tapes floating around with him doing his thing on the tape. And y'all all know what I'm talking about. But the one with the youngster, I never got to see that one. And I didn't want to see it, even if it would have got presented to me. But I watched 1 or 2 of the other tapes that was floating around. You know, a guy came to work and the tapes was just floating. And we happened to see it when I got home, you know, when I got to his house. He happened to have it on, and I was like, damn, what kind of shit is this, you know? So, but I never got to see the one with the youngster, and I didn't want to see it. I'm glad he didn't show me that, if he had it, or whatever, you know. But that right there, I mean, that's an event that turned his life around for sure, especially after that first court case. You know, I know he was, you know, making people know that it wasn't him, but, you know, we all knew what was going on around that time when that court case came up. But you got to think about it. The man got acquitted from all the charges or whatever. And I think possibly some of those tapes, or I'm thinking the tapes that they got floating around now, was part of their collection. Now, I can't say who went get the tapes and who had the tapes for that long, 20-something years or whatever it was. But to me, I think it's a conspiracy just to bring him down because he's a major figure. The only thing I think about R. Kelly, he should have owned his masters. That way, if anything happened, the money and all that can go towards his family while he serve his time. If he do get a lot of jail time, you know, which he possibly will get a few years or more, you know, in jail behind it. Now, my whole take, like I say, I love his music. You know, that'll never stop. You know, no matter where it comes on at, I could be in the truck, the car, the other vehicle, whatever, in a club, which I don't go to clubs. But if I'm happen to be anywhere and I hear the music, I don't care if it's at work, I'm a jam to it. That ain't gonna make me stop listening to the man's music. You know, that man was an icon, you know. It's sort of like the Michael Jackson situation. We all know that Michael Jackson had allegations, and whatever went down, hey, he blew through that and still came out on top even better and even more, you know, than what he was. And his music even sold after his death even more, you know. That music will never stop bumping. Till this day, people still talk shit about Michael Jackson, listen to his music, dance to his music. People still probably wearing a damn beaded jacket with all the damn chrome buttons and zippers on it. So that music, I don't think it would ever die off, you know. Even though he was like people claim, a monster. You know, I'm talking about either one of them. You know, because matter of fact, right now I still hear R.Kelly on the radio. So you can't just throw that man music away. You know, you can't throw his music away. You got to separate the music from the person, you know, and get it out of your head. But hey, like I say, people will do it. And if they do it, that's on them. Each his own. To each his own. If they decide they don't want to listen to R. Kelly's music anymore, that's on them, you know. I don't have nothing. I can't worry about nobody but myself, you know. My kids, if they hear his music on the radio or even in their headphone set, or even if they download some of his music, hey, I'm not going to say don't listen to his music, you know, especially if I know it's something that's not too much explicit, you know, which I know he did say some things within his music that's relevant to some of the things he really put out there on the tapes or whatever. But it's music, you know. The cussing and all that from the rap, hey, I stopped my kids when they was young from listening to a lot of that shit. But at the same time, kids gonna be kids. They gonna find a way to listen to a lot of the rap things going on. So now I'm like, as they grown and they grown enough, hey, they can listen to what they want. But I teach them well on, hey, you know what this is talking about? You know what this song mean? That's what I try to do. I can't do every song because they gonna listen to it. You can't handcuff them through life all the way out, you know. You can't do it. But just to say, I'm not going to stop listening to R. Kelly's music, you know. I love it. But that doesn't mean that I'm putting him on a pedestal with the charges and stuff that he's going through. Or because people claim he a monster, you know, I'm not going to just say, okay, well, he's still, you know, hey, I'm not doing that. My whole thing is, this man was an icon and he did his thing. We love his music, but that doesn't mean that you have to throw away his music, you know. I'm not standing up for him. I'm just saying in my opinion, though. And I'm giving you my opinion on what I think, you know. But, hey, if you do the crime, you do the time. We know that. That's for anybody. But, you know, I'm just saying, you know, I love when his music come on. And if it's a backyard party, we're going to have that backyard party with that music pumping. If R. Kelly music playing, we're going to cut a rug just as well as many others would do. You know, he made some hellified good music. So no matter what, you know, you can't take that away from him. And that's just my opinion on him, you know. But I do think it was a conspiracy to bring him down, you know, especially after the court acquitted charges that he went through already, you know. Now, like I say, I don't know who brought the tape. You know, I was thinking, I don't know who brought the tape to the people and still had that tape for that damn long, you know. Was it a conspiracy to bring him down in that way? Somebody had the tape. Was it his family member? Was it a part of his team that done it? I don't know. But as far as listening to his music, I'ma still bump old Kells. That's my take on it, though. You know, I'm not going to speak on his case too much, but my thoughts is I just love his music, even though, that's just me. And they got a bunch of other people that still love it. You know how the world is. One minute they hear some shit going down, and then next minute they right back on it again because they know they can't get it out of their head. Some of them songs, it's in our hard drive. It's in our hard drive. That's what this is. It's a hard drive. Our minds is just like a computer. It stacks files and files and files, and some of it comes out when that photographic memory presents itself. Now, if he was to have new music come out that never was presented, and it comes out and it sounds good, hey, that's his music. I might just listen to it. But as far as buying anything from him, I couldn't do that part because I'm thinking, hey, I wouldn't want to support that type of, but that is music. You got to think about it. It is music. But that's my thoughts on R.Kelly. And if you think you would still bump his music when it's played, or you would still buy his albums or download his music, y'all comment me. You could share my page. You can like and subscribe if you want. It's up to y'all. I'm just asking for feedback. I like asking for feedback because I like to interact through social media. I never thought about doing social media like this, but I just started not too long ago, and I'm just stating my opinion, and things that I think about, things that I want to give out through video. But R.Kelly was a major figure, and now, it crumbles down, but does that stop you from listening to his music? That's all I want to know. I know a lot of people skeptical, about listening, but when it comes on, sometimes you can't resist that feeling to throw your hands up. It's a backyard party, and somebody gonna be dancing to it. I'm out. Peace, Y2.